Welcome back, beautiful people. It's your TTA Pro, Mr. O, back with another freaky episode. So today هنكمل المشوار بتاعتنا بأول official lesson بالنسبة لنا في punctuation. احنا خلاص فهمنا يعني ايه parts of speech, right? مش لازم نفهم كل حاجة من أول مرة. It takes time, or education takes time. So sometimes لو نسينا حاجة, sometimes لو مش فاكرين حاجة, this is normal. الفكرة في education is it's a spiral form of education. That means بناخدها في البداية, right? بعدين بناخدها تاني مثلا 1 or 2 weeks later. بعدين بناخدها تاني like again and again and again and again. So it's like a spiral كده. So you keep repeating نفس الحاجات لحد أما يثبت عندنا. So we're halfway through the basics course برضه, or 1/4 of the way through the basics course. خدنا يعني independent ideas. Now بقى الفوكس بتاعتنا for the next 2 weeks or so will be dependent ideas بقى. This is the big part. عشان معظم الأسئلة بتاعتنا بالنسبة لنا أو في punctuation هيركز على dependent ideas. So it's really important for us عشان نفهم كل أنواع dependent ideas, الشروط بتاعت dependent ideas, المكونات, what makes a dependent idea, ونشوف كل واحد فيهم. I think هناخد 6 or 7 types, right? هناخد 6 or 7 types of dependent ideas مع الشروط, مع punctuation, وبرضه مع questions. So now we're going to start solving بقى, seeing questions بيجي ازاي. So we're going to begin بقى بأول dependent idea أو أول category اللي بنقول عليها introductory clauses. So this is our first focus on dependent ideas, introductory clauses. في 3 أنواع, هناخد 3 أنواع, بعد كده isolate كل واحد فيهم, نفهم كل واحد فيهم بالrules بتاعتها. So now this is the time بقى ناخد بقى rules. وتشوفوا ليه كان مهم نفهم independent ideas, ونفهم subject and verb, ونفهم parts of speech, nouns, verbs, pronouns, كل الكلام ده عشان نيجي نبدأ أقول لكم يا جماعة this is a subject, this is a verb, this is independent. هتجمعوا, understand بقى, هيبقى في reference point. Cool. So today we're taking the introductory clauses, right? So introductory clauses أول حاجة هم بيجوا في بداية الجملة, right? It's called introductory. So they come in the beginning of a sentence, okay? وهديكوا general rules, بعد كده ناخد specific rules. And number 2, an introductory clause بيجي بالكوما فقط, لا غير. Right? Only comes with the comma, that's it. No other type of punctuation بيجي بالintroductory clause. Number 3, برضو بالintroductory clause, well, that's it. These are the 2 things عايز أقولها لكم. So ايه هما introductory clauses, right? So number 1, في subordinate clause, ده هنركز عليه النهارده. في modifying clause, وفي prepositional clause slash, what was the third one? Subordinate clause, modifying clause, and prepositional clause. I think that was the third one, right? So those are the 3 types هنركز عليهم for the next few lessons. So let's get this party started, right? This is the testadvantage.com. Let me just adjust my share screen portion. Now, in the 3, الثلاثة rules, or the rules عامة, the grammar rules are very similar. So we're focusing on the grammar rules here, right? The writing and grammar notes. Did this. Wow, look at all of this. Fragments هناخدها after introductory clauses. Here we go again. هنبدأ with lesson 3.0, foundations, dependent ideas, introductory clauses. Now remember يعني ايه dependent idea? بيعتمد على فكرة عشان يدينا meaning. Okay? بيعتمد على فكرة عشان يدينا meaning. I'm going to put a 90-second timer. مش لازم, but I do it. Now we're going to go through all the notes. We're going to go through all of the examples. we're going to go through everything we need to know. Beautiful people. So let's begin. What is a dependent idea? It is an idea that needs an independent idea to have meaning, right? So dependent idea بيعتمد على independent idea. Incorrect. Because he was nice, right? They غلط, right? ليه بقى? It's dependent. It's a fragment, right? Because he was nice. And because he was nice, الفكرة هنا it's not complete. محتاجين بقى independent idea عشان يدينا الفكرة كاملة. ياخد, understand the whole sentence here. Because he was nice, comma, the cop let him free. This بقى is a full idea. Now look at the sentence. وزي ما شفتوا في examples, الجملة أو السنتنس أو ideas متكونة ما بين independent و dependent ideas فيها تشكيلة. So here, because he was nice, this is dependent. The cop let him in. This is independent. ده اللي بيدينا الفكرة أو the rest of the idea. طيب تمام. There are 5 types of introductory clauses, right? 5 types. في introductory clauses, subordinating. فاكرين subordinating conjunctions ولا لا؟ now شايفين ليه مهم نشوفها وليه مهم لازم نفهمها, right? So here subordinating, since, while, because, etc. Prepositional clauses, of, in, above, etc. Participle and participial clauses, ing and ed phrases. وناخدها. في بقى other dependent clauses, relative clause, that which who, هناخدها. Non-essential clauses and the positives, هما بنقول عليهم double comma phrases. وفي participle phrases. Our focus هيبقى introductory clauses. بيجي كتير, you're going to see it regularly, and it's formulaic, it's easy, it just, you have to understand the rules اللي تيجي عشان نفهم, okay, ده بيجي صح امتى وغلط امتى. It's important to understand these ideas, right? So here, as we stated before, there are 3 types of introductory clauses. So هقول لكم نفس الكلام لحد ما نزهق. Repetition is the master of learning. Subordinate clauses, prepositional clauses, participle clauses. Today, we're going to learn how to identify the clause, the punctuation, وبرضه we're going to see examples. So here, a subordinate clause. Number 1. فاكرين subordinating conjunctions ولا لا؟ فاكرين we actually took a full activity عن subordinating conjunction وكلمنا عن subordinating conjunctions وقلنا مهم قوي يا جماعة نفهم نلاقي subordinating conjunction ده ازاي. So here it is. After, although, as if, because, before, how, if, since, then, though, unless, until, when, where, and while. These are called subordinate words. معناها الفريز اللي فيها الwords دولت is dependent. منفعش تقف لوحدها, منفعش تبقى جملة. It's just a dependent idea, meaning محتاجين an independent idea to get the full idea. زهقتوا من كلمة idea, صح? So, in subordinate clauses, they come in 2 ways, right? ممكن يجوا طبقين في الجملة. They come in 2 ways. They come at the beginning of a sentence, or they come in the middle of a sentence. Yeah, ده, right? So, a whole example of a beginning in the beginning of a sentence, because, that's subordinating conjunction. بقول عليها subordinating conjunction, as C. Automatically, أما أشوف كده من practice تدريب, هتشوف ال subordinating conjunction بعدين تقول I need a comma subject verb. خلصانة. So here, because looking at what fossils are present at which layers of sediment, comma, right? So this is my dependent idea, right? عشان ده الconjunction. We are, right? That is subject to verb بتاعتي. Able to learn more about what, when, and in many cases, how certain species came to be extinct, right there, right? I love to tell my students in formulas. Formulas help تفتكروا sentence structure, وformulas بيعتبروا زي what's the word I'm looking for? Shortcuts. أنا ما بحبش استخدم shortcuts, بس it is a shortcut to help you remember the rule. So the words I'm telling you now, or the shortcut, let me zoom out شوية عشان نشوف كلها على بعضيها, right? I guess it's أخيرا, right? So here, as you can see, you have your subordinating conjunction, or كاتبها هنا, comma بالرمادي, right? Subject, verb, subject and verb. Remember this formula, and بحب برضو أكتب SC, comma, subject, verb, right? So that means automatically by doing this انتوا كده بوفروا مجهود, بس ده هيعتمد على ايه? Your ability to identify the subordinating conjunction. لو ما شفتوش ال subordinating conjunction هيبقى صعب عليكم identify the dependent clause, right? And this is why we practice, baby, right? So let's continue. Any questions about the subordinating clause, subordinating conjunction? I think it's easy so far. لحد دلوقتي خفيفة ولذيذة. ممكن برضو يجي in the middle, right? Look at the middle برضو. بيجي ازاي? We are able. أنا عامل ده highlight بالسبب عشان تشوفوا ال subject to verb بتاع الجملة, right? To learn about which, in many cases, how certain species came to be extinct because all about subordinating conjunction, يا جماعة. We are able to look at. So here we have our subject and verb, subordinating conjunction, subject and verb. Wow, 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 wow. Typical sentence structure. وكاتب الفورمولا هنا, right? Subordinating conjunction. So it's really important to have subordinating conjunction with subordinating clause. Now, some other rules. Some other rules. The subordinating conjunction must. Elon must. So it must have a comma. So لو subordinating conjunction بيجي في بداية الجملة, right? إجباري الكوما, right? It's إجباري ده اللي بدور عليها. You need to do this. It's it's a shortcut, right? It's a shortcut عشان في كمية rules لازم نعرفها. So حاجات زي دي بيوفر لنا مجهود وتفكير. Well, that's it right there. Any questions? Right? ده شرح الexample اللي عملته. Another thing I want you guys to understand, you can only use one subordinating conjunction per sentence, right? And ما ينفعش استخدم أكتر من واحدة, and ما ينفعش استخدم أكتر من conjunction في الجملة عشان ال conjunction build two ideas, right? So here, subordinating conjunction. I plead after her curt dismissal of my request to go to the movies or a dance, comma, she doubles down on her denial. Boom, right there. Subordinating conjunction, comma, subject, verb, beautiful, right? Let's back and show an incorrect example. That's correct. Let's see an incorrect example, right? So here, one, right? Yada, 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 because this is wrong, right? ده حاجة بنقول عليها subordinating fragment. Okay, ليه؟ عشان هنا عندي فكرة dependent, صح؟ وبيكاز برضو معناها ايه؟ فيها فكرة dependent. So في independent idea هنا في الexample. Is there an independent idea here? Right? No. So it's a fragment. ما ينفعش. لازم الجملة على الأقل يبقى فيها أو يبقى عندها one independent idea. So ما ينفعش استخدم two conjunctions في الجملة. It creates one big ugly fat fragment. Do you like my French? Questions on the subordinating conjunction? Okay. Next up, prepositions. فاكرين الprepositions ولا لا? You guys had a problem with prepositions and عملنا practice عليها في parts of speech. For example, in, on, above, below, right? So we took in prepositions in parts of speech. وقلنا الpreposition ده بيوصف لنا location بتاع حاجة أو بيوصف لنا relationship بتاعت حاجة. المهم لازم يبقى فيها الwords دولت, right? Of, in, on, through, below, above, for, out, without. So preposition بالعربي اسمه الحرف الجار. Or I like to say in English, the letter of the neighbor. So نيجي أبدأ الجملة, right? When I begin a sentence مع ال prepositional phrase that برضو بيعتبر introductory clause, right? It's considered an introductory clause. Look at this, right? Here. which explains why, comma, on a sunny September day, comma, I found myself on a train ride to a well-off suburb. Now, أنا بوريكم الإكزامبل ده. I'm showing you this example عشان برضه تعرفوا ال prepositional phrase في كتير قوي في الجملة. Right? وشفناها في البراكتس. There are many prepositional phrases in the sentence. ال prepositional phrase ده عامة ممكن ألغيها من الجملة عشان ألاقي ال introductory clause, right? Or ألاقي ال independent idea, right? So here, again, right? Prepositional phrase, prepositional phrase, prepositional phrase. Now you see the sentence. Now you see the dependent clause. Now you see the independent clause. Welcome, Mrs. Mack, right? So now you see that. Now you understand ليه لما نيجي نفهم ايه هو prepositional phrase ونشوفها في الجملة اما اجي اقرا خصوصا لو عايز افهم الجملة I ignore الphrases دولت mentally. Right? I practice this عشان ده بيسهل الامر علينا عشان نحدد ال independent ideas. Okay. So, like we said before, right? I will say it again. The prepositional phrase can never, ever have a subject or verb. This is critical for you to understand. The prepositional phrase can never have a subject or a verb. So here, عشان كده بقول لكم, it can be removed from the sentence, right? من غير أي تأثير على ال dependent clause. وشايفين ال dependent clause فيها verb عادي جدا. وما فيش أي تأثير على ال independent clause. By being able to remove the prepositional phrases, you'll be able to identify the main points بتاع الجملة. عشان again, the prepositional phrases بيدينا زي decor, right? Decoration بتاع الشقة, decoration or accessories, right? Like when you go out, عندك الدبلة وعندك الساعة والسلسلة والدنيا دي واوعى وهي. لو شلت كل ده أنا شايف البني آدم قدامي, right? Same thing, same idea. وكتب بقى prepositional phrases can be removed. قلنا كده 50,000 مرة. Common errors. So حاجة أنا بحب أقدم لكم من دلوقتي عشان this is a common mistake اللي بيجي بالprepositional phrase. Prepositional phrases can never be used with a comma. Prepositional phrases can never be used with a comma. Well, look at this example, right? So لو عندي prepositional phrase ممنوع أحط comma قبليها، ممنوع أحط comma جوه الفريز، ممنوع أحط comma بعديها. Leave the phrase alone. It's like مثلا دراعي, you know what I mean? أنا محتاج دراعي كلها بصباعي، بكوعي، بكتفي. That's the prepositional phrase. لو حطيت comma جوه, it's like I'm cutting off my arm, bro. So one of the rules about prepositional phrases, don't put commas in or around them. في طبعا exceptions to the rule, okay? بس طبعا تسألوا ليه؟ Like إيه الفكرة؟ Like what is going on there? إشمعنى, right? إشمعنى؟ عشان في two types. Look at this. The prepositional phrase ما نحطش comma قبليها عامة بسبب مرتبطة بالverb noun. So لما اديكوا الexample ديت, right? أول واحدة شايفين هنا comma preposition ديت صح؟ بس تاني واحدة بنفس preposition comma preposition هنا غلط. Why? Well, أول واحدة on a sunny afternoon, on ديت مش مرتبطة بحاجة. مش مرتبطة بالverb or noun. But if you look at the second one, الأحمر, I found myself on. So on هنا مرتبطة بmyself. They come together. عشان on ده بيوصف لي مين هو myself أو فين هو myself. So it's important to understand 90% of the time comma preposition بتبقى غلط, right? ولكن في 10% زي ده. بيجي كتير? No. Do you need to know it? Yes. It is important to know it. Okay? هتعرفوها من دلوقتي خلاص كده عرفتوا كده؟ No. عشان كل ده نظري. لسه في العملي, right? We're like doctors. So احنا بدأنا او كلمنا عن ال preposition وقلنا من انواع ال introductory clauses ال preposition برضه ممكن يجي as an introductory clause, right? ايه هو ال introductory clause يا Mrs. مالك؟ احنا قلنا بيقدم الجملة introduces the sentence, hence بنقول عليها introductory clause. So look at this example. Within these gray halls, men of gray shadows reap what they sow, even if it meant the death of the entire world. Wow, very morbid. طيب سؤال فين ال prepositional phrase, right? لو سألتكم فين ال prepositional phrase هتقولوا لي ايه؟ You know, being able to identify them is being able to master them. وطبعا we want to be the masters of the universe, right? So here within these gray halls شايفين ده بيبدأ بال prepositional phrase within these gray halls. آخر كلمة بيبقى نعم, right? So هنا مقبول استخدمها بالكاما بعديها. Only in this case, only لو بيجي بيقدم لي الجملة. Right? بعد كده عندي ايه؟ من, let me bust out some green, subject, preposition of gray shadows, the preposition مش هركز عليها read, the verb. See how this works? وشيف هنا of the entire world, the prepositional phrase. So it's really important برضو تفهموا introductory clause أخذنا أول حاجة ال subordinating clause تاني حاجة أخذناها ال prepositional clause شرط يجي بس في البداية؟ no زي ما انتم شايفين ال prepositional phrase بيجي كل حتة وأي حتة ما بين أي حاجة, right? No limit to prepositions. The last thing هنintroduce لكم النهاردة ال participle phrase. Right, PLE وبرضه في ال participial phrase. So ال participle و participial. Okay, عايز اوريكم الفرق ما بينهم. Right. So ال participle PLE, right? ده جاي من كلمة ال participle verb. فاكرين participle verbs ولا لا؟ So for example لو قلنا مثلا drink, drank, drunk, right? فين ال participle verb هنا؟ أنهي واحد? Number 1, number 2, or number 3? Right, good job, Mrs. Eugene, right? So it's number 3, right? This is the participle verb. أو لما مثلا قلت لكم eat, ate, eaten, right? Where's the participle phrase here? Or the participle verb? It's eaten, right? The third form. The verb اللي بياخد مع has or have, like has drunk, has eaten, right? Or مثلا ممكن يبقى play, played, played. يعني ساعات ال participle بيبقى زي past tense, right? Or مثلا jump, jumped, jumped, right? Participle, past tense. So في حاجة اسمها ال participle phrase وده بيبدأ بالverb, تمام؟ وفي حاجة اسمها ال participial, P-I-A-L, right? With that ing word, right? So for example, let's say saying, or let's say eating, right? So ليه بقول لكم كده؟ Well, the participle, أنا أقول PLE, or participial, IAL, الاثنين دولت يعتبروا modifiers. يعني إيه modifier؟ يعني adjective يوصف لي حاجة, right? So we talk about participle, participial. We're talking about أنا بقول عليها ED modifier وبيقول عليها ING modifier. بس مش شرط يبقى ED, right? زي ما احنا شفنا في الإكزامبلز هنا. مش شرط يبقى ED, صح؟ ممكن يبقى عادي ال third form. So third form ممكن يبقى زي ده eaten, irregular, أو يبقى عادي ED. So هم basically phrases شبه الverb or gerund ولكن هو ing برضو it functions as a adjective. What Mr. أسامة؟ دلوقتي بتكلم كتير ونفسي أشوف example. Well, here's an example right here, right? So I want you guys to read this example. Studying throughout the night, comma. شايفين ده ال ing phrase بكلمكم عليها؟ شايفين ازاي ده introductory clause بيجي في بداية الجملة؟ شايفين ازاي بيجي بعديها comma عشان نفصل ما بين ال dependent introductory clause ونفصل ما بين ال independent idea؟ شايفين ازاي studying through the night ده بيوصف حاجة، right؟ ده بيوصف ايه بقى؟ وبعد comma لازم يقول لي بيوصف ايه؟ مروان. It's my subject. So this is a participial, P-I-A-L. طبعا مش لازم اعرف ده P-I-A-L و P-L-E بس بقول عشان اسامي عشان ما نلخبطش في explanations, right? So just give me another example. There's a few more, hopefully. Right? Before we قبل ما نشوف examples, ده ال sentence formula انا بقول عليها. ing, comma, subject and verb. ده لو بيجي في البداية برضو ممكن يجي في نهاية الجملة وناخدها كمان شوية. أنا بقول عليها subject verb comma ing. الاثنين دولت واحد, right? ممكن يجي في البداية ونهاية الجملة. Look at example number 1 right here. ده ال participle PLE phrase. Eaten by the attendees, comma. شايفين how we have a third form verb? فاكرين؟ قلنا ate or eat, ate, eaten. That third form verb. ومستر سامع لازم احفظ ال third form verbs. No, right? بنتعلم ازاي? Through experience and through practice, right? So eaten by the attendees. ده ال modifying phrase. بالمرة كده بقول عليها modifier بقى, صح؟ ايا كان PLE or PIAL عشان الاثنين عندهم نفس الفانكشن بنقول عليهم modifying phrase. بيوصف لي حاجة. Eaten by the attendees, comma, right? شايفين الكاما زي الكاما بيفصل ما بين ال dependent clause وما بين ال independent clause. طيب ايه هو was eaten by the attendees? The fruit cake. ده السبجكت بقى. So زي ال ing السبجكت لازم يجي بعد الكاما. اوكي. cool. وانا بقول عليها ed, comma, subject, verb. كلمنا كتير طبعا. خدنا information كتير. ده لسه أول جزء في ال introductory clause. دلوقتي هنعملها معاكم إيه؟ We're going to review the notes. انتوا عارفين أنا بحب ال review notes. So here's the note review questions. Question number 1. How many types of introductory clauses are there? ممكن بس تبعتوا لي الإجابة في الchat. How many types of introductory clauses are there? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. How many types are there, right? Well, I'll show it to you here برضو عشان أنا عايزكم تركزوا على إيه؟ ال introductory clause, right? عايزكم تركزوا على إيه؟ ال introductory clause. موجودة على الشمال يا Mrs. Renaud, right? How many types are there? We sit in our thinking cap and think. If you do your part, you sure are smart. 1, 2, 3 introductory clauses. My answer is C. Subordinating prepositional participle. Okay, that's cool, Mr. Sima. Can we go home now? We are home. We're chilling online, taking the lesson. Number 2. What are the 3 types of introductory clauses? Oh, right there. مش عيب نرجع للنوتس ونفهم النوتس ونذاكر النوتس, right? مش عيب خالص. I hope I killed it. Gosh, the mosquito, like all day, it's been biting my forehead. Look, it bit me on my forehead twice. I hope it dies. I hope it did die, right? So here, how many types are there, you get? Where are you, Mrs. Eugene? Oh, what annoying sound. Oh, is it my chair? This? Indeed. Yeah, answer A, subordinating prepositional participle. Those are the three types, or the types of introductory clauses. Okay, cool. Easy. Breezy. So where does the introductory clause appear in the sentence? Right? Biggie Finn, introductory. Introductory. Oh my God, I need to think so hard, right? I need to think super hard. I'm thinking so hard, I got a headache. Right? So good job, guys. Yes, answer D in the beginning of a sentence, introductory. All right. Let's go to the next question. This is the last one here, I think. Could be. Do introductory clauses receive a comma? Do introductory clauses receive commas? Yeah. All right, good job, guys. Good job. Easy, baby. It's really important to review notes مع بعض عشان طبعا كلام غير بقى نفتكر ايه غير بقى like it's really important. Okay. So let's continue with our beautiful notes. Well, I think we've taken all this. Okay, cool. Next one. How many subordinating conjunctions can I have in a sentence? How many conjunctions can we have in a sentence? Good job. How many? Oh, good job, guys. Oh my God, you guys, good job, you guys. So yeah, we can only have one conjunction per sentence. Okay. So دلوقتي بقى, we want to identify the introductory clause. However, I'm going to stop recording here عشان كل السؤال فيه explanation. Wait, and how many outro بتاعتي? Hold on. Thanks for watching this video. You can learn anything. Mr. Azema out.